Today is Thursday, June 13th. I'd do a quick walkabout in the garden tonight because my sweet granddaughter is going to be here this weekend and I will not have time on Saturday. So let's get to getting here. So the sun is starting to go down. It's still crazy hot out here. So here's my tote garden. I have 4 o'clock flowers in front. I have a Kajari melon. It's finally growing. I have a couple little flowers on there. I had a second one there that died. I just pulled that out. And I have some more cucumber starts that are going up. So hopefully they will be successful. I got this nice tower here from the Buy Nothing Facebook page. It was great, so it's free. I got that one and a second one over there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it this year, but next year I'm sure I'll find uses for it. So I'm excited about that. Again, my Rose of Sharon out there, which looks more like a hibiscus. The size of those flowers are huge. Caged up to keep the deer away, which obviously is working nicely. And then the canna lilies. And I got the elephant ears start from my friend Laura, so they're small now, but hopefully they'll get bigger. Canna lilies here, and those atomic grape tomatoes. They are huge, but the plant itself is not doing much. I'm only getting a couple tomatoes, and it doesn't seem to be growing. So I don't think I call that one a win. I probably won't do that one again. They tasted fine, but... And of course, cosmos and dahlias are amazing. They're all tall. This is all tall. Next year I want to push those back against the fence and put shorter dahlias in front because there's just not a lot of color in front, and I am all about the color in the garden. So lots of dahlias. They're very pretty. Lots of cosmos. I love the cosmos against the sky. Isn't that pretty? The pink and the blue. I love that. Peanuts are growing nicely. I got a couple zinnias. I put some more zinnia seeds in there. Not very many have germinated. I got a few. The parsley has gone to flower now. I'm hoping that will bring in some butterflies. I did see an orange butterfly today. I think it was a monarch. I'm hoping it was. I didn't get a close-up look at it, but I think it might have been a monarch. Again, the carrots and the dahlias. This cherry tomato, usually cherry tomatoes do great for me. This year, not so much. It's just not happy at all. But I'm getting a few. And of course, Tom's sailboats. And the hibiscus has been putting on a beautiful show. The sunflowers are doing their thing. And these ones that they fall over, I was gonna pick them and put them, I got one up on the bluebird cage. Can't see it from here, but I put it up there for the birds so we can see it from the house. I don't think they're ripe yet. I don't like when they hang over like that, but I need to let them ripen before I pick it. But they're pretty when they're like that. In that stage, got another one getting ready. I got a little cucumber down here. These are pickling cucumbers, so hopefully that takes off. This is my most colorful garden. This is one of my favorites. Comb flowers, Shasta daisies, blanket flowers. And then the sunflowers I put in later behind there. I don't think they're gonna get real tall, but I think they're the multicolored, like darker rusts and burgundies, I think, hopefully. And I stuck a tomato in the corner, so that's all looking pretty. The bee balm is still going strong, looking pretty. Daylilies are done. The butterfly bushes are just sort of so-so this year. We'll see. I may have to replace those. We'll see. The passion flower, I just love what it's doing. Climbing along the fence. I've been training it, and it's doing great. And the flowers are just so cool looking. Just love them. I don't have a ton each day, but I get new ones every day. So I think it looks really pretty there. This garden is a lot of really spring color. And then I've got a couple annuals in here, and then of course the sunflowers. And I couldn't remember what these were. These are self-seeding. I didn't put these here, but I finally realized these are 4 o'clock flowers that I did not plant. So I'm not sure how they got there, but I do love them, and I've got them elsewhere. So I'm happy to see them there too. A couple annuals, and this big clump here is a mum that I put in there a couple years ago, and I pinched it back this spring, and it's just gotten huge. So that should be some beautiful fall color. And then of course, I love the multi-headed sunflowers. I'm gonna grow these, I think, exclusively from now on because they don't have that same big head that falls over as soon as it blooms. So, and these last for so much longer, and the bees are everywhere. The bees love them. And this was a sun patient I got to put out front, and it wasn't happy. I had it in one of my pots, and I brought it back in to the back because it wasn't doing well. And man, oh man, does it love it here. This thing has got to be, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet around, and probably 2.5, 3 feet, well, at least 2 feet tall. It's huge and healthy and very happy there. So I like that. And I got this one over here because that one's doing so well, but I got this later, so it's smaller, but still very happy. And over here, this is my Pride and Joy sunflower. Oh, it's kind of dark. There you go. Look at the multi-head on this. It's just blooming its little heart out. Bees everywhere. We got that one dark one there that I think is very pretty too. Oh, there's only one that color. And then this, I just love that lemon yellow color. And then this one is also multi-headed, but it's more of an orangey yellow color. But this one is by far my favorite. So I'm going to save those seeds and hope to grow a bunch more of those next year. But again, love the flowers against the blue sky. Down to my last 2 daylilies. They were a really beautiful show while they were going. Morning glories are doing their thing, going up and over the trellis. I'm real happy to see that. This is what I hope for. So they don't bloom for a while, but when they do, I mean, they're putting all their strength right now into growing the vines, which is what I want them to do. And I can't wait for the blue flowers. So maybe a month or so we'll start having those. Got more sunflowers. And brown-eyed Susans are starting their show, and they're just gorgeous. I had black-eyed Susans here last year, and I did some research, realized black-eyed Susans and brown-eyed Susans are different, and I didn't like the black-eyed Susans nearly as much as these. I think these flowers are just beautiful. So I took mine out, got these brown-eyed Susans from my friend Laura, and I mean, this is just year 1, and they're just going crazy. They're probably gonna be invasive. I'll have to pull them out, but pull the extras out. But for now, they're gorgeous. And the lilies, the stargazer lilies, they smell wonderful and look so pretty. And the pulmonaria has gotten big. I've got it staked up. I didn't realize how tall it gets. So there's some blue flowers here, but hopefully they'll kind of, a lot of buds on it, so hopefully they'll have a good show coming up soon. And then the Cheyenne coneflower. I thought there were multi-different colors in here, but they're not. They're all orange, but I think it's beautiful. I love it. I'm not at all disappointed with it. So that's beautiful. The pineapple lily is in its glory now, doing its thing. That was beautiful. Again, all the annuals are looking pretty. Got them all chalked in here. Straw flower, which I just get a kick out of how it sounds and feels. It feels like a straw flower. Again, morning glories against the growing on the fence and up into the neighbor's bushes. More brown-eyed Susans and asters. I didn't think they would be blooming this early in the year, but they have been. So I don't know if I'll get a fall blooming or not. This, again, I can't remember what it's called, but they bloom in the fall with white flowers like the asters. I don't remember what they are. Watermelon's doing great. I got the big one back there. That's the first one I had. This second one's a little bit coming along, and then there's a little baby one here. We'll see if that one makes it or not. But hopefully we'll at least get that one. Back there is looking pretty good. Hopefully we can harvest it before it's time to come to Michigan. And then the vegetables over here are doing fantastic. All the tomatoes, they're in there. It's hard to see them, but they are in there. There's some green ones in there. These are more 4 o'clock flowers that I planted before I realized I had some in that garden over there. Cantaloupe, when I get to the other side, you can see I do have one, at least one cantaloupe. I don't know if there's more. Oh, there's another one hiding. I didn't even see it till just now. Here it is. Let's see if I can see it. There it is. I have one on the other side as well. And I get strawberries. I get maybe 3 or 4 every morning, and I put them on my cereal with my blueberries, and they're very tasty. I got some nasturtiums growing in here with the tomatoes and some crimson clover. Like I said, I watch Bree, and I do what she does, and that's what she does. Gives it nitrogen and keeps nematodes away. So I learned to shake the flowers. That helps with the pollination because they're self-pollinating. But wind is what does it. If there's not enough wind, especially with our hot, humid weather, it's harder for them to pollinate. So I try to do this when I come out and I think about it. Seems to be helping. I gave away 2 eggplants. I have another one coming up, so when that gets bigger, I'll find another home for that. Look at these tomatoes. Look at this one. I didn't realize how fast this is ripening. So fast, I gotta bring that in the house. That's just beautiful. That's the first one. This is a Brandywine. Brandywine. That'll be the first one I've had of this variety. And so there's a handful of them on here. I'm not sure what this one is, but it's getting a little pink on it. And then, of course, oh, this one's so pretty. The Black Beauty. They are beautiful. And the one that I ate, I've only had one so far, but it was very tasty. They're literally black on the top, and then they start to turn red underneath when they're getting ripe. There's one getting ripe right there. So I bring them in when they start to get pink and let them ripen on the counter. And then my purple flowers. This is the cream sausage plum style tomatoes. And it's just loaded. I had a few that had blossom end rot, but there's a hummingbird. Hey, Hummer. We have lots and lots of them. Never get tired of seeing them. So the cream sausage, I've never had these, but I hear they're really wonderful. Now my cucumbers, this plant's doing quite well. It didn't get huge, but it's producing some nice cucumbers. And this is the green apple cucumber. You can see I've got a lot of leaves doing this. I don't know why. I've got tons and tons and tons of blossoms, but the production has really slowed way down. I'm still getting them, and I got that huge one today. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it just doesn't like the heat. It doesn't look very healthy, but it's still producing, so as long as it does, I'll let it keep going. I put some zinnia seeds in here. I got little seedlings. We'll see if they do something. I had them all along, so yeah, they're all coming up, so hopefully we'll get some flowers here. And basil and strawberries. Of course, I have onions in the strawberries. I got onions all around all my raised beds. And this is a Better Boy tomato. And then the rice, I'm excited about that. Look at how nice the rice is looking. It's very pretty. Very pretty. And my last potato over there, I haven't harvested yet, but it's about time. Here's my other cantaloupe. Hard to tell the size there, but it's pretty big. It's growing very fast. And there's a Japanese beetle, which we don't want them. I'm not brave enough to squish them. Ugh, they're everywhere. Another tomato plant, the columbine. Nope, I always mix them up. Clematis. I think it's cute. I think they look like little girls' hair. And here's where they open. And even the seed pods are pretty later. This is the clematis that I thought I killed when I tried to move it, and it didn't like the move, but it came back from its original location, so I just had to string it over to the fence, and it's hanging in there looking good. And then, of course, my bleeding heart has gotten big and pretty. Of course, it's done flowering for now. So I think that's the tour for today, for this week. And I'm just picked about half of a container of blueberries, but they're nearing the end, but I've been enjoying those for sure every day. Hey, Bailey, Bailey, Bailey. He's waiting for his ball. There we go. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you all again next week.